Listen to the last part of what I just said. I didn't just say that we're going to smash anything that gets in our way. I said that we're going to smash anything that gets in our way that does not belong there. You see, I had to give you the whole thing because when you hear about it, when you read about it later, you're going to hear that we want to smash up everything. No, I did not say that. I said we want to smash anything that gets in our way that does not belong there. I mean that. If it does not belong there, it's worthy to be smashed. This country practices that power. This country smashes anything that gets in its way. It crushes anything that gets in its way. And since we're all Americans, they'll tell us, well, we'll do it the American way. We'll smash anything that gets in our way. See, this is the type of philosophy that we want to express among our people. We don't need to give them a program, not yet. First, give them something to think about. If we give them something to think about and start them thinking in a way that they should think, they'll see through all this camouflage. It's all a show. The result of a script written by somebody else. The people will take that script, tear it up, and start writing one for themselves. And you can bet that once you start writing the script for yourself, you'll be always doing something different than you would be had you been following somebody else's script. So, brothers and sisters, the thing that you and I must gain an understanding of is the role being played today in world affairs by, number one, the continent of Africa. Number two, the people on that continent. Number three, those of us related to those people on that continent who, by some quirk in our history, have found ourselves here today in the Western Hemisphere. Always bear that in mind, that our being here in the Western Hemisphere differs from anybody else because everybody else here came here voluntarily. Everyone got on a boat and came here voluntarily, whether they were immigrant or what have you, they came here voluntarily. So they don't have any real squawk. They got exactly what they were looking for. But you and I can squawk because we didn't come here voluntarily. We didn't ask to be brought here. We were brought here forcibly against our will and in chains. And at no point since being here have they ever acted like they wanted us here. At no point. At no point have they even pretended that we were brought here to be citizens. Why they don't even pretend? So why should we pretend? You cannot operate a capitalistic system unless you are vulturistic. You need someone else's blood to be such a capitalist. You show me a capitalist and I will show you a bloodsucker. He can't be anything other than a bloodsucker if he's going to be a capitalist. He's got to get the blood from someone other than himself. And that's where he gets it. From somewhere or someone other than himself. So when you look at the continent of Africa, when you look at the trouble going on between East and West, you will find that the nations in Africa are developing new systems to solve their problems. There was one thing that Martin Luther King mentioned at the Armory the other night that I thought was significant. I hope he really understood what he was saying. He had mentioned that on his trip to all the Scandinavian countries, he had seen no poverty, no unemployment, no poverty. Everyone getting an education, getting decent housing, decent whatever they needed to exist. Now, why did he mention those countries as being different on his list? This is the richest country on earth, and there is poverty. There are slums, there are bad housing, there's inferior education, and this is the richest country on earth. Now, you know, if those other countries can find a solution to their problems so that there's no unemployment, then you and I need to stop going downtown and picketing City Hall, and go over there and find out what they're doing to solve their problems. I mean, what they're doing is not capitalism. What Africa and Asia are using to solve their problems is not capitalism. This is why the man does not want you to go outside and see what's going on. It's so that you will be all messed up dealing with this man on the inside. So what you and I need to do is go over there and find out what these countries are doing to rid themselves of poverty and all the other negative characteristics of a rundown society.